The economic downturn resulting from the coronavirus is having important impacts on global energy markets, perhaps none as profound as what we're seeing take place in the oil market. Over the last several weeks, prices have declined by over 60%. This is happening for two primary reasons. The first is that global oil demand is down. Nobody's driving, people are flying less, factories that utilize oil are producing less. All of this has caused an historic drop in global oil demand in a very short period of time. The second is that an OPEC supply arrangement, which had been withholding excess oil from the market for the last several years, fell apart when its two major members, Russia and Saudi Arabia, could not come to an agreement about how much additional oil to cut in the face of the coming coronavirus and its economic impacts. This is having several effects around the world. The first is that countries that rely on oil income to balance their budgets are increasingly being harmed not only by the effects of the coronavirus, but also the loss of revenue coming from the lower prices from oil. The second is that the United States, which has become one of the largest producers of oil and natural gas in the world, is also being hit hard by the portions of its economy that rely on oil for economic growth and development. There are several things that are being done to deal with this crisis. The first is ongoing diplomatic efforts through the United States and Saudi Arabia and Russia, through organizations like OPEC and perhaps soon even the G20, to talk about how to put a supply arrangement back together, or at least to withhold oil from the market that doesn't make sense to be on the market these days. The second is stimulative efforts in the United States to bolster the U.S. oil industry. Plans to purchase 77 million barrels of crude off the market to put into the nation's strategic petroleum reserve. There are other ideas coming from Congress and the administration about how to support both the workers in the oil industry and the industry itself. It's going to be a long road for the global oil markets and the global oil industry. Prices have declined already, are expected to stay low for the next several quarters, and economic recovery, while we don't know what that looks like because we don't know the trajectory of the coronavirus, is still a very uncertain set of circumstances.